Welcome to Raw Talk, Real Healing.
It's like therapy, but with more laughs and less copays.
I'm Gabby.
And I'm Diana.
We're licensed therapists.
But here, we just want to have raw and unapologetic conversations.
So come vibe with us. We're professional meets personal.
Let's get it.
Hey, girl.
How's it going?
It's going. Feeling a little tired. Ready for my trip to see the Backstreet Boys. So excited.
Nice. Okay, you just tripped shorty right now.
Jet setter.
You know what? That sounds like a little bit of self-care.
It is. It definitely is. I'm definitely enjoying it. I had my trip last week planned. And then this one was like spur of the moment. And I almost didn't do it. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it.
You deserve it.
And I'm not going to feel guilty about it.
And you shouldn't.
So, how are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm feeling really good. I'm excited.
Yeah. I had a really short week this week. And I'm kind of vibing with it.
I know.
I wish I could always work 2.5 days. I definitely needed like the reset from last week though. Like I was stressed leading up to like going to Florida. Then I feel like once I was there, I relaxed, got away, and I was working again.
How did you know you needed that reset?
Oh, I was miserable. I was so miserable. I felt like I couldn't think straight. I was so tired. I was like snippy. My burnout looks very miserable. And it just feels like, oh, this was one thing last week. I had a lot of tension in my jaw. So like I knew I was stressed and just like my jaw actually went into spasm mode. I've been taking a leave for days because I clenched my jaw so hard.
What?
And my TMJ be flaring up.
So we're gonna get into a very much needed episode.
Yes.
Self-care isn't selfish.
Never.
Never.
It might
ever.
feel like it is at times, but I feel like it's important to recognize like this is for me.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Question.
It's okay. You always get me.
I know. You should be used to this by now. When was the last time you did something for yourself without feeling guilty?
Aside from this trip,
Yep.
this just popped in my head because I couldn't think of one. A couple weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, I was really miserable and I decided I was going to reschedule all my clients and take a beach day. I needed that. It spoke to my soul. After I rescheduled my clients, I had like a slight tinge of guilt before I did it, but afterwards, and once I was on that beach, I'm like, I needed this.
Yeah.
Instant mood booster.
I remember that day.
And y'all was trying to tell me not to reschedule.
I
Okay, self-care queen.
Clap the tea. That's funny.
How about you?
The last time I did something for myself without feeling guilty. Oh, I know. Sunday.
This past?
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul and Camille went to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just so tired because we just came from the beach. And
Who goes to the beach and the movies in the same day?
I know. And like, I was like,
Can't.
I'm so tired, so I was like, you know what? You guys go. I stayed back. I showered. I sat on the couch and I just did nothing. I didn't even turn the TV on.
Oh,
I
I'm
just sat there and me and Olaf were just chilling. And like they were doing their thing. And it felt so good because I'm like, okay, I gotta go.
And they be laying it on thick sometimes. Like, girl, you didn't miss us?
Right. That's funny.
And I feel like that is what really shows how important it is. Self-care is not a luxury.
No.
Self-care is essential and it's a necessity.
1000%.
You sitting on the couch with your little baby in the silence was essential.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what does self-care look like? I think this is important because sometimes people are like, oh, well, maybe I don't have time to, go get a massage or self-care, like take a trip or do those things. And self-care isn't just about that.
Yeah.
So self-care can look like so many different things, but thinking about what self-care is, it's an intentional act.
Yes.
Support your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, and your spiritual well-being.
And I think sometimes people get confused that self care has to be a trip or self care has to be a massage or something that's extravagant, and it doesn't. The most important acts of self care are small and attainable. If you can do two or even one small thing a day that is for you and only you, there's no excuse not to because you can incorporate it into your routine and you can take that small step every day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like this is not just bubble baths and face masks and all that. Like that's nice too. If you can do that, do it.
But I feel like that goes with more of those moments where, like, you staying back from the movies. Like, you had a chunk of time where, like, if that's what you wanted or if that's what you felt like you needed, you had the time for that. But it doesn't always have to be that big, time consuming thing, unless that's what you need.
Yeah, for sure. And I think recognizing that I needed that time
Yes.
was important too.
And I was going to say, speaking on that, a couple episodes ago, we talked about like checking in with your body and recognizing what you need when we were talking about like the surviving and thriving. That's that point where like self care is important. So, what does that look like? Does it look like focusing on your breath? Like, it can be something that small, like using cold water. And I think we were talking a little bit earlier, like, okay, yeah, we breathe all day long. Like, this is how we stay alive. But like, when we say breathe, we mean like sit and do it intentionally. Like, really focus on it and count it out and feel it. Feel
Yeah.
it in your body. Feel it in your mouth. Feel it on your lips when you're blowing it out. Like, really, really be intentional about that.
I love that word.
Intentional?
Yeah.
I know. It's such a good word. It goes with like non negotiable. It's like right up there on that list.
Yeah, you're right. So I get this question a lot, right? Like, why is like deep breathing or intentional breathing so important?
Right. Because I feel like it is something small and it's like, I know it sounds silly, but
Exactly. But the reason is deep breathing resets your nervous system,
yeah.
you know?
And along with the breathing, I don't know if I just said this a minute or two ago, but when you're doing these deep breathings, it's really not really important, but it can be super helpful to use cold water because the cold water automatically calms the nervous system. And then as you do that breathing, it's really relaxing. So whether it's, a pinch and you can only splash cold water on your face or holding ice cubes in your hand, one thing that I like to do is like wetting a washcloth or like a dish towel or something, two of them, and putting a cold one on my forehead like a Ninja Turtle, and then putting another one around my neck because it just feels so like.
Yeah. And we have to realize that, yeah, we're breathing all day long, but we're not intentional breathing. We're not deep breathing. We're not doing breath work.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're just kind of going. But when we are intentional with breathing, you're providing more oxygen to your brain.
Right.
You're activating your vagus nerve. And your vagus nerve is responsible for inflammation in your body, your heart rate, digestive, system. So if that is out of whack, that's why you feel so stressed. That's why you're so anxious. What we can do to activate that vagus nerve and make it, more calm is deep breathing.
Yeah.
Not just normal, regular breathing. That's why it's so important, and cold water. Drinking cold water.
Yeah.
Taking a 60-second, like, cold shower. You ever do that? It's so good.
It's hard.
It's so good, but that's another thing to reset your nervous system. So going outside, going for a walk,
Getting that sun,
yeah, fresh air,
vitamin D.
love it.
Yeah.
You know what else?
Yeah. Boundaries.
Y'all know I love me a good boundary.
That goes right up there. We have like 3 really good words today: non-negotiable, intentional, boundaries. Saying no.
Yeah.
We just said this last time too. Saying no means you're saying yes. We'll flip that.
Yeah.
Saying yes to something for yourself. So it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no to going to the movies. Stay home.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yes.
Do your deep breathing. Do your cold plunge. Self-care.
Yeah. Go work out. Move your body. Sauna. Steam room.
Love the sauna.
Yeah, so good. These are the things that we can do for ourselves. Like, this is self-care. Getting your body moving.
And I don't want to steer away from like the idea that we said it doesn't have to be these big things. So I feel like a couple of the things that we've been mentioning are these bigger things, but the deep breathing, the 60-second cold shower. Like, these are things that you can incorporate every day to just prioritize yourself.
Yeah. Another smaller thing, write 1 to 2 things you're grateful for.
Love gratitude journal.
Yeah. That is self-care because that's a reminder. That's
Yes.
a mindset shift.
Yes.
You
And
know?
there was a time where I was being very consistent with that, where I needed to be. I'm no longer, but we've grown. I remember one day I was writing, like, I am thankful for my nice warm bed because it must have been like freezing out. It was January. So something as small as like having a warm, cozy bed to sleep in is
Yeah.
something to be grateful
Yeah.
for. Not everybody has that.
Talking about that, one of my favorite things to do is set up a nice environment at home. Dim the lights. Like,
You know how I feel about that.
I know. Put a candle on.
Yeah.
Play some soft music. Like, just chill. Like, that is self-care too. When the kids go to bed, something, you
Yeah.
know? Or,
Romanticize your life.
yes.
If you listen to the last episode, you know all about that.
Yeah, exactly.
And one of my clients, if you're listening, shout out to you. She told me literally last night to listen to lo-fi music. It's like vibey beats, but it's like chill. It was good. I listened to it in the car on the way home last night to like reset. Loved it.
Nice. Girls, ladies, go get your nails done.
Yes.
Get your hair done.
Look good, feel good.
Yeah. Fellas, go get a haircut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go do something for yourself too.
And even if like our budgets are a little tight, because nails is expensive these days, you could even just like get the little press-ons, do your own nails. Like, look good, feel good is so important.
Yeah.
I am a strong believer in that. If you're looking crusty, dusty, musty, you're gonna feel crusty, dusty, musty.
Right, exactly.
So this brings us to, like, we can sit here and talk about this all day, but like, why is this important?
Yeah.
Why does this matter? What
Right.
can this help? So when it comes to your mental health, it can help reduce your stress. As we talked about the vagus nerve, and with stress, there's less anxiety. We can prevent burnout. A lot of times anxiety and depression work together. So we can prevent these things. Like, one thing that I always tell my clients when they start to feel themselves like slip is what fills your cup and what makes you feel good. Self-care.
Yeah.
These are the things that we have to do in these moments to help prevent us from going down that slippery slope. It's so important when it comes to, you know, all of those things, but also emotional regulation.
Yeah.
Helps us become more aware of how we're feeling, like you said before, name it to tame it. And just being able to show up and say, hey, I need to show up for me so that way I can be regulated, I can feel good, so I can show up for others.
I think that's one of my favorite things too, is when we're practicing self-care, we feel more regulated emotionally.
Yeah.
And our relationships are better. You know,
All
and when
our
I mean,
relationships.
yeah, I was gonna say, when I mean relationships, I mean friendship,
Yeah.
co-workers, family, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? When we are feeling good, we, you know, project that also.
Absolutely.
So that's extremely important, you know? Physical wellness.
Yeah.
You know, I'm on my physical journey.
You are. And I've been slacking. But I actually decided this morning after my trip, because life has been all over the place, I am not a worker out or on vacation. Sorry, I'm just not. It ain't it for me. No, it's not it for me. Some people like that, and I just don't. But I am going to do some kind of moderation of 75 soft.
Okay.
Whether that's a workout or taking the dog for a walk, I'm going to try to cut out alcohol. The only time I'm going to drink is for like special occasions. So like if I start after Vegas, your birthday's going to fall in there. So like I'm going to have to turn up for your birthday.
You better know.
So that will be an exception, but I'm going to like
Be strict.
Yeah, I got to get on it. So anyways.
Yeah.
You're on your physical wellness journey.
Yes.
I will be soon.
That is self-care. that is self-care for me. Like, and it wasn't always.
No, this is new for you.
Yeah, this is new. And I fought Nailing too. Jamal. He's been trying to get me to work out for like
I know.
10 years.
I know.
But I have found this to be so good for myself because, like you mentioned, self-care, setting boundaries. I have my boundaries. I have my non-negotiables. I'm moving my body. I'm feeling stronger. I'm looking good.
Yeah.
Feeling good, you know. And not only that, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I'm trying to stay in shape.
Yeah, and that is definitely true. Like I can definitely attest to that. You know, I had my physical wellness journey like 6 years ago. And it's not that I've fallen off because I don't want to say I've completely lost touch with it. I'm just in one of my moments where it's like not bringing as much joy for me right now. So I'm trying to find like ways to incorporate it that it does. So like when I first started that 6 years ago and now I was like all in. Like I was so strict and that was like my lifestyle for so long. But I think at that point I was a little restrictive with it. So for me in my mind, it's like I've been really fighting for the last few years to find what does the balance look like? Because I can't do that again because it wasn't healthy. And two, I don't have the time that I had then. So like for me, it's finding that balance of what is going to work for me in this life now. And that's been really hard.
Like where you are right now in
Yes.
life. Yeah. You know, and the other thing is with wellness, nutrition. Like put
Yeah.
good in your body. Like when I eat like good for that day, I just feel so good, you know. And like when I work out, it makes me like, well, you know what? I worked so hard to put in that work. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna eat something good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like
And it's crazy too because the vitamins from good food make you feel better.
Oh yeah.
Like I was listening to a podcast yesterday and it's called Fully Nourished. I don't know. It's something new that I found. And she was talking about like when you crave certain things, like let's stop and break that down and think like what are those vitamins or what are you getting? What is your body physically getting from that food? Because that's what you need. So whether it's vitamin D or like a cooling thing or whatever, like if it's ice cream or something, like why does your body want that dairy? Why does your body want these things? And how can you give it those cravings without like overdoing it? So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I read something like that too. That is really interesting. Like what your body is trying to tell you when you're having those
Yeah.
stuff.
I really want to do more research on that and I would love to do like an episode on like nourishment and mental health and things like that, but I definitely need to do more research on that because I don't know too much.
Gut to brain connection.
That's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to look for gut health stuff and all that keeps coming up is these stupid Goalie vitamins. I'm like, no. There's more to it.
No, more than that.
Reframing feeling that guilt that comes along with self-care sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta knock that out. Like when you have those intrusive thoughts, reframe that. Like self-care isn't selfish. Self-care is essential. I need it to be productive at work. I need it to have healthy relationships. I need it to feel good and be good and do good.
I just thought about this. When we have guilt for doing our own self-care, we are feeling guilt because we're not meeting somebody else's needs. Why are your needs not as important?
Yeah, I just had that discussion at my 4 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah, you know, and even 9 a.m. I've been here for a long day. But yeah, it's like, so you're not making the choice you want to make, that healthy decision, because you're worried about somebody else.
Right.
Waka. That's funny. So why? Let's get into the why we feel so guilty around self-care. You know, like it can definitely be something that's conditioned, right? I feel like we grow up in certain environments, sometimes culture, sometimes people pleasing. And I know because I'm such a people pleaser or was. I always say like people pleasing is a disease. Because it will take you out.
Yes.
You
And
know?
I think that there's also like a underlying, and maybe this is just my culture or my environment growing up, was if you were like giving your body rest, that meant you were lazy.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of that. Like I will say all the time, like, ugh, I'm being so lazy, but like I deserve to lay down for like a day. Cause I don't be doing that.
Yeah.
At all. Even like when I'm sick, I am the sick queen in the wintertime. We all know that. And if I do not rest, I'm going to be sick the whole season.
Yeah. Yes. You are always.
I know. But I push through it because I was raised in a way of like, it's okay, push through, like, you'll be fine.
Right. Exactly. And that's
And
what
then
I
I
mean.
feel so guilty, like calling out of work or not calling out anymore, but rescheduling clients because I'm sick. Like, if they needed to cancel because they were sick, I'd be like, oh my God, it's fine. Get your rest. What about me?
What about you?
What about me, boo?
No, you're absolutely right. And sometimes even like we mentioned, like growing up, it's like, what are you doing? Get up, do this. Like
Clean
you
your
should
room.
be doing something. You should be, be doing this. I'm like, no, like we're not gonna equate rest with laziness.
Yeah, because
You
it's
have to have
not
a
that.
balance.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, all right,
Yeah,
you
don't
have,
get it twisted.
right. You have 4 or 5 lazy days you laying on the couch. All right, now.
We get a little lazy.
But you just worked your butt off,
Yeah.
and you want to lay down on the couch, or you're just tired.
Whoever made this 5 days on, 2 days off schedule,
Mm.
kick rocks. Because this ain't it.
No, it ain't it at all whatsoever. No thanks.
No, thank
Give
you.
it back. Give it
Okay.
back. I'm trying to get down to 3 days. I don't know about you.
3
I like-
long days, though.
It's all right. I can do 3 long days for 4 days.
I know, but then with us, we see that email come through and we're like,
I know. It's okay. We'll get there though.
I wish I didn't like money.
Well, I feel like it ain't even about liking money right now at this point. It's crazy. So, one thing that I really like, I forget where I heard this from, but they're like, there's a reason why when you're on a plane, they say put your oxygen mask on first before you help anyone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You are going to need it in order to be able to provide anything else for anybody else. It's the same thing in life.
Right. Like, how are you pouring into someone else's cup if your cup is empty?
Exactly. We should be pouring from overflow, for sure.
Ooh, love that.
Yeah. So, like, when I heard that, I was like, damn, that's right.
With the mask.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's true. That's very true.
It is. I love little things like that. And I'd be like, "Ah, okay.
Yeah. Another reason I think people feel guilt is also like being a caregiver, like
Yeah.
self-sacrifice kind of thing. Like you got to
Parents.
put yourself last. Like my kids come first, which yes, are like we have to take care of our children,
Right.
but you have to have a balance. Like again, how are you going to take care of your children efficiently, effectively,
Right.
if you got nothing to give? Like I want to be able to parent in a manner that's like supportive and loving and like
Right.
energetic and motivated and
Right.
modeling and teaching. We can't do any of that.
I can't do that if my cup's on empty.
Absolutely not. And so we have to kind of get out of like, well, I have nothing to give because I gave everything to
Right.
this person or, your children or whatever, because I think that your children deserve the best version of you.
Yeah, and I think sometimes like that can even correlate into friendships and relationships and stuff like that. Like there was a point in time where I had a friendship where I felt like they were kind of like sucking the life out of me a little bit. And I had to take a step back and be like, hey, I cannot help you right now because I can't even help me, girl. Like, I need to get me in check, and then like we can revisit. And I remember feeling extremely bad and like feeling like a bad friend, but I was not being a good friend to her because I was being mean because I was feeling depleted. So, like, how am I supposed to help you if I can't help me?
Exactly. That's what it's all about. Another one, fear of being judged.
Yeah. I thought she was going to think I was a bad friend.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you think I'm a bad friend, I don't know. Because I know I'm not.
Right. Comparing your life to others.
I know, like,
I get this so much. And it
yeah.
drives me nuts. They are who they are and you are who you are.
I used to be very guilty. I've been better.
Yeah. Social media doesn't help.
No.
Guys, stay away from that.
One of my favorite things to do on social media when I would do this was like, if for a second I looked at somebody's post and was like, ugh, or like felt not good, delete, unfollow. I don't need to consume this. Pay attention to what you're consuming.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, self-care, or the lack of self-care, I should say, can really cost you.
Yes.
It can cost your relationships, friendships, your mental health,
Yes.
physical health, and that stuff is priceless. So, self-care.
And now we get to the most important segment of the episode.
I like when you say that.
I feel like this is like where we wrap it all up, where we make it all make sense.
Exactly.
This is the best part.
Yeah. The most important part.
Duh.
I was going to say duh.
So this is where we make it realistic.
Mhm.
How do we fit this into our life? How do we make this something that we can continue with,
Mm-hmm.
be consistent with, and recognize when self-care is lacking?
Yeah.
How do we navigate this?
Daily check-in.
Yeah.
You have to practice daily check-ins. Like, it's so important. Like, when I get up in the morning, I'm like, okay, where am I right now? You have to think about it like this, right? You go in your car,
Who
and
is
like
she?
you like you're on empty or on full. Like, where are you? Like, when
Yeah.
you're looking at your gas tank, like, okay, can I go a little bit further before I stop and get gas, or I'm at a full
No.
tank? You know, when I wake up, it's like, okay, where am I? How full am I? Like, on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being low, 10 being high, am I feeling good? If I am, then awesome, great, I'm gonna carry about my day. But if I'm like tired, I'm exhausted, I'm feeling anxious for some reason, or I didn't get good rest, whatever it is, I'm like, okay, what do I need?
And that's when you would either go to the gas station or self-care menu.
There you go.
I tell clients to do this all the time because it's like when you're in these moments, sometimes it's like, what can I do? Like sometimes it just doesn't pop in. I tell people to write it down. Write it down on your phone. We all go everywhere with our phones. Put your phone out. Put it in your notes.
Mm-hmm.
Put down the things that you know work and the things that make you feel good.
Yep. Have a checklist or a self-care menu, like you said. All the things. Go for a walk. Stretch. Play a good song.
Yeah.
Take some deep breaths. Regulate that nervous system. Drink that cold water. Take a 60-second cold shower. Like, those things to help you reset and regulate for you. Take a pause.
Watch something funny. Watch your comfort show.
Yeah.
Love a feel-good show.
I don't have that.
You don't watch a lot of TV.
I don't.
You're not a TV girly.
I'm not.
My favorite show that I can always turn to, Friends.
Oh, I do like Friends. Yeah, that's a good one.
I've liked that show since before I knew what the jokes meant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally had the seasons on DVD.
Oh my God, DVDs.
Yeah. I only had season 1 through 7 though.
Okay, girl.
I've seen every episode.
I love that. Start with something small, guys.
Yeah.
2 minutes. 2 minutes of your morning, 2 minutes every day. Pause. Pause and take a deep breath. Pause and say a positive affirmation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pause and just recognize that you need that second to yourself.
And I don't know if we talked about this before, but I just feel like anything that you do that's small, attainable, and sustainable is going to set you up for success.
Yeah.
So even if you start with that 60-second shower and at the last minute of your shower, you're putting the water cold and you're taking a couple deep breaths. If you do that every day, once that becomes part of your routine, add something else in that's small. Start small and make it buildable so that this becomes realistic for you and becomes part of your routine.
Habit stacking.
Yeah. Love that. I think that kind of leads us to a challenge.
I love challenges.
We want you guys to pick one of your favorite acts of self-care and comment it down below. Make it public so that way other people can get ideas. Like we can use this like a little group therapy.
I love it.
Group therapy is used for help, insight, and relatableness from the others in the group. So if you comment, others can get some ideas where maybe they might be lacking.
Love that. Are you up for the challenge?
I am. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode.
See you guys next week.
If you have any questions or would like to connect with us, please follow us on Instagram and send us a DM or send us an email to the platforms listed below.